What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG's back. It is time for a brand new transfer talk. And boy, I almost did this one at 3 in the morning with the news breaking, but I've waited till the morning. I'm going to give it you all today. And remember, people, don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I just deliver the news. I didn't create it. I didn't curate it. I'm just giving you the news as it is. And we've got news on long-term targets, one that seemingly has passed, another could be. We'll get into that. We have a departure from the football club, big departure, huge ripples in it. Jack Harrison has got the PR machine in full effect, and yeah, we'll get into it. But listen, first of all, just want to say happy birthday to Sam Higgs. That's from your partner Joanne. Thank you for watching the channel, and I hope you have a good day regardless of the news I'm going to bring you in today's update. Hopefully we have a better one later, but enjoy your day. Rodrigo Muniz, people, who we've been linked with all summer. This is an interesting update. We've got two. Nicola Shearer last night put this out. Rodrigo Muniz is getting closer to Atalanta from Fulham for 35 million plus bonuses. Fulham want more, but agreement in principle already reached between the striker and Atalanta for a contract until 2029 with the option of 2030. And we have a further update this morning from Alfredo Pedula. Non-stop negotiations to outpace two English clubs, including Leeds, with past 40 million, including bonuses. Now, this is interesting on so many levels, and I'm sure you guys have got so many questions too. Leave them in the comments, but I'm going to give you my thought process with this now. We've been told all summer that Rodrigo Muniz isn't for sale, one, and also that, you know, we have not agreed personal terms with him, so we haven't even got to that stage. But what we've heard, much like with Igor Paschal, is that he's interested in coming to Leeds. He likes the idea of coming to Leeds. But like Igor Paschal, it seems that it is that only if other clubs don't come in for us. And I've seen it recently with Jack Grealish and reports with him that he could have waited until the final day of the season, of the transfer window, sorry, and that other clubs were going to come in for him. But Everton have shown him so much love and have shown their want for him so much, he's gone to Everton. That's a different thing. That game, that's moving aggressive, and also that just counts out anything. So now, even if Jack Grealish is wanted by, say, let's just throw Napoli out there, yeah, let's just throw Napoli out there on the final day. We will never know because Everton have got in there quick. They've shown what they want with Jack and have come and have got him in the door. Now, obviously, you can't make players do that. Obviously, we would have spoken to Rodrigo Muniz and El Khannouss and Igor Paschal in these ways. And you can't make them go, of course you can't. But I do feel like other clubs are getting stuff like this done. We didn't even get to the personal terms. And what we've heard is that he's not for sale. Well, obviously, there is a figure that Fulham will accept, and they will accept for him and move on. And I don't think we've got close to that figure. Obviously, we had bids rejected, which were nowhere near what this is. And it just makes me think, if we had put in a bid that was acceptable, do we then get Rodrigo Muniz instead of this, you know, whole negotiation tactic that we've used what feels like all summer? It is very interesting. And obviously with Rodrigo Muniz, to agree personal terms with Atalanta, he obviously wants that move. So I don't even think at this point now, if Leeds put in a bid that's acceptable for Fulham, which will probably be more as well, just purely because we're both in the same league as well. So we'd probably have to offer more than Atalanta. I don't think he's going to come here. I think this one is probably done. Or I think this is done for Leeds United at least anyway. This one is gathering pace almost by the hour. The updates have been coming very quickly overnight for Rodrigo Muniz, who has obviously been a long-term target. So it's another one. It's another one where it seems like we've missed out on this one. We've lost out. How are negotiations going? I don't know, people. I don't know. But this is another one now, which was seemingly one of our number one targets. And a lot of you were saying, as long as we get Muniz in and another 10 and everything else, you'll be fine. Well, it seems like this one's off the board. We're going to get into someone who isn't off the board that we're showing interest in. But yeah, this one, it seems done. So I'd love to get your thoughts in the comments, people. Domino's effect, including one of another target that we've had that rejected us this summer. Nikola Kristovic situation, same since July. He wants to join Roma and has agreement in principle with Roma for a contract until 2030, but that's only if Artem Dovbyk leaves and there's interest from Premier League teams, and Roma are asking between 32 and 35 million. And it's interesting, the three teams that are in for Dovbyk is obviously us, West Ham, and wait for it, Sunderland. So we will see how serious that is with Sunderland, because we know that if they're interested and once they make a bid, they move pretty quickly. We've seen that all the way through the window, whether they've got the player or not. And the only thing is with this is that, again, we're not putting in a bid. What the reports are saying is that in recent days, Leeds United have come forward and have made inquiries for Dovbyk, who is also being eyed by clubs in La Liga. Made inquiries. You know, I know that rejection's hard for people, and maybe it's bad. It's a bad look for the club if we get rejected by a few players once we've made a bid. But sometimes you just got to bid and find out. You got to bid, get a bid accepted, and find out from the player how interested he is in coming. Because you've done it there. You've opened the door. You've got that club to club agreement done. Now you speak to the player. Are you coming, or are you waiting for something else? Give it a deadline, and then we move on before, and the player will move on as well. I just don't know why. We just seem to be. It's a weird thing for me. Obviously, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes in terms of this, but I feel like we've been at the inquiry stage for Dovbyk for weeks as well. I feel like that's been for weeks that we've known what the conditions will be. But again, we're going into this according to all the reports from Italy and saying, well, we've made another inquiry. What? Just what's the delay? You know, it's like we're all saying, sign some players, sign some players. And they're saying, you want it, Brock? You got him. If you know, you know. And if you know, let me know in the comments. I just feel like we're just moving at a pace that is, it's very slow, people. But this is the latest with Dovbyk. With Muniz off the board, this would now seem that this would be the number one target. We spoke yesterday in the live stream about possible Sargent. Not going to get into it in this one. But boy, don't go there. And this is what I'm saying, man. Just because you miss out on your top targets, you can't then go to the bottom of the barrel. You've got to keep the quality level up. And that's what I hope that this football club does. Again, use Sunderland as a perfect example. They've been rejected a couple of times this summer, but you know what? It didn't deter them from going from a Granit Xhaka. It didn't deter them from going from a La Liga centre back, one of the better ones in La Liga last season. Didn't deter them. They kept up with the quality. If we then just go, you know what, man, the easiest deals are Josh Sargent, Buendia. Yeah, we'll be finished, people. We'll be finished. But listen, we'll keep an eye on Dovbyk and see what happens there. Just an update on El Khannouss. We know that Newcastle have come in, you know, with strong interest. According to Sasha Tavalieri, the global release clause is expected to be a 29 million fee, still waiting to be confirmed and potentially increased by additional taxes. And that has to be confirmed by the FA. So maybe the clause was 24.5, but then additional fees and everything else have put it up to 29. Maybe that's the case. No one really knows at this point. It's just let's go between 24.5 to 29 million, which again, in this current market, when you're seeing Amari Hutchinson having bids rejected of 35 million, this is a very good deal for El Khannouss. But at this point now, it looks like Newcastle have taken the lead with this one, and for obvious reasons. So again, when there's another update, we'll speak on that. Departure from the football club, Diego Montero has joined FC Aruca. We'll go with that in a permanent deal. Don't know how much is bought in, but again, yeah, another one that's, you know, was bought in with high hopes and has left. And yeah, we'll leave it at that, shall we? Another one just on the academy stuff. I mean, does it go? I know that this sounds horrible, but does this go with how the club are moving? Because I swear we talked about Johnny Howson doing the player coach role with the under-21s about 3 weeks ago. Well, it was formally announced on the Leeds United socials yesterday. So there you go. Welcome back to the club, Johnny Howson, and good luck to him in that role. Now, and just lastly, I know that this is not a very good edition today, but again, don't shoot the messenger. But the PR piece via the Daily Mail came out with Jack Harrison, how he worked his way back at Leeds United, why Danny Farker likes him, dealing with the booze, the reason behind wearing 38. I'll be honest with you, people, didn't even clock that he's wearing 38. Didn't even take notice. I didn't even realize, didn't notice what his squad number was, didn't even give it a second thought. But you hear what it is? The reason why he wears 38 is because 3 and 8 add up to 11, which is his former Leeds number, but now belongs to Aronson. All right, man. Cool. But this is definitely PR pushed out from the club, no doubt about it. This is conditioning people to accepting the possibility of Jack Harrison coming back here, and that's exactly what it is, people. Nothing more, nothing less. So if he's still here at the end of the window, it's pieces like this and everything else, what you're seeing, all the propaganda, this is what it is about. It's because they're trying to reintegrate him back into the team, and maybe he is going to be the other left wing back option, which again we'll speak about when we come to the end of the window, when the window shuts. But yeah, just look out for the PR pieces, people. But that is it for the update, guys. I'm sorry, it's not got more. Dovbyk is probably the most positive thing in this one, but again, it's that inquiry stage, which it feels like it's been for a while. Please like the video before you go. It helps out the channel immensely. Thank you to Mr. P for a super thanks on the last video. See you in the next one. Peace out and be good.